What up? How we doing, guys? Dude, does it not feel like it's been forever since we saw a Supercross race? It's been a little while. It's only been 2 weeks, but it almost feels like the opener again. It's really awesome. Can you guys hear me all right? Everybody good? I left my mic at Epic Garage Designs, so hopefully you can hear me through the computer audio. Um, Couple things first. I just want to talk about the track. Chris B, you said you don't like the track. It's simple. I'll tell you a few things I really like about this track. I really like the dirt. What they did is amazing. Yes, it's a little bit soft, but it doesn't have those crazy transitions like when you cover the track. When they cover the track, it gets hard packed on the faces, soft in the bottom, so you almost have like a curb transition in between. We got none of that. So, Dan Nelson, what up? Um, but yeah, we're not going to have any of those transitions. The transitions are going to be smooth. They're going to be able to, yeah, the ruts for days, but at least they're smooth ruts. They don't have those giant kickers like they did at Anaheim, and they're going to rebuild it. But it's going to make for some really good racing. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't think I can ever remember having an off camber start. That's badass. If you don't get a good jump, or if you run it in a little too hot, that off camber really levels the playing field. I think it's going to be really interesting. So, yeah. Let's see. The whoops. The whoops are crazy. I don't know if you guys heard me on the Hopper show that we did on Friday. Cover the back brakes. Yeah, for sure. But the whoops. I don't like when they do the whoops like this. Yes, they're a good section of whoops, but they give you a huge run at them. Derek, thank you. I appreciate what you guys do. I appreciate you guys participating, and it's awesome, man. I really like it. Yeah, isn't it crazy, guys? Okay, what world do we live in that Cooper Webb skims the whoops and Malcolm Stewart jumps him, and Malcolm goes fastest? So it just looked awesome. All right, guys, let me get into the 250 class, or should I say Jets class? Jet is next level. I mean, the dude looked like he lost concentration, jumped up over the berm. Slayer, what up? Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, how close everyone is right now. But Jet just seems like at any moment he can drop down a second whenever he needs to. When he saw that RJ went behind him and got the fast lap, he's like, he just threw it down. I'm like, how the hell does Jet do that? And turned in a 50.09. Are you serious? Like, that's ridiculous. Like, that's faster than everybody except Malcolm. Literally, Jet was the second fastest guy on the track. It went Malcolm, Jet, then Sexton. But I don't know how you could pick against Jet at this point. I think RJ looks really good, and I think you're going to see both. Hey, shout out from Bermuda. What up, Fada? Yeah, Jet it's his race to win. So I have Jet on top. I have RJ Hampshire in second because he's just a battler. He's just tough as nails. And look for him in one of these 180s to get in there and rough up Jet. Somebody's going to do it, and I think it's going to be him. But also look for both star Yamahas, Styles and Kitchen, to be up there battling. You're right. Mike, you said it. The only person who can beat Jet is Jet. Voland, I think I'm picking Styles Robertson to get third. I'm picking Max Voland because he looks really solid, guys. And I don't know, maybe I just like Malcolm, or I just like Max Voland. He's awesome. So he's just a good kid. So I'm picking him at fourth. McAdoo. I don't know what's going on with McAdoo. He does not look good tonight. So I got McAdoo in fifth. Let's get to, and like I say, Levi Kitchen will be up there, and there's a lot of really fast guys. I mean, let me just drop this stat on you guys. Hunter Schlosser was in the main event last race, didn't make the 40-man show. Jet, we're within 5 seconds on 1 through 40. 1 through 40. Colby Kopp was 40th. He's made it into main events. Yeah. Oh, Enzo. I wanted to talk about Enzo. Enzo is so talented, but he looks a little pudgy on that bike. Like, I really think he could drop a few meals. Maybe don't eat so much of the Brazilian barbecue. If he could just put in a little bit more effort, he's clearly got the talent. He's a guy that can just make that next jump and become a podium, a winner. Like, I could see him absolutely doing that. But yeah, the whole field. I just can't believe that we've got Colby Kopp, Jaron Stapleton, Dylan Woodcock, 37, 38, 40. That's some dudes that have been at main events consistently. Mick, down under. I'm sorry, my Australian sucks, but I'll have a Foster's. Yeah, but I was looking at the names of some of these guys that didn't make the 40-man show in the 250 class. I mean, Hunter Schlosser, Caden Palmer, Trey Fierro. If you remember, Trey was the guy that beat Villapoto head-to-head a couple years ago. So damn, it's a deep field in that 250 class. Other than Jet at top, it's pretty quick. So on to the 450s, guys. I have Cooper Webb, and I'll tell you why I have Cooper Webb. Because it just feels like one of those nights where, I mean, he's racy, he's skimming the whoops, and when you get those deep ass ruts, nobody's better at jamming that back brake and just locking it up tight and just do that quick pivot underneath on the new rut. He's usually the first one to start doing it, and on nights like this, he's hard to beat. So I'm going with Cooper Webb. Obviously, it's just fractions ahead of my pick. Like, I could easily go with Malcolm Stewart second, or with Tomac second, but I'm going with Tomac number 2, just because he's so good. Like, Tomac's the man. I mean, if he gets a start, it's over. Dean, thanks for checking in, my man. Over in the UK. I love it. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. Appreciate you getting up early to check this out. So, Slayer, I hope you're wrong about Malcolm. I love Malcolm. I want him to win so bad. But okay, so I got Webb 1, Tomac 2, Anderson 3, and these dudes are going to be close. The only way this is a walk away is if Tomac gets the whole shot and somebody gets in between and kind of slows him down or something like that. Pat, thanks for the love. I love it. Telling people to hit that thumbs up. I appreciate that. So you guys are badass. I've got Sexton, who's right there. I don't know what happened to him at Anaheim. I don't know if it's a mental thing, if he got, I don't know what's up with Sexton right now. I haven't seen that speed. Hold on. Did somebody just say, hold on. Oh, it looks like it. No, it didn't get deleted. Sorry. Bob Dylan says, care for the podium. Bad qualifying doesn't mean shit for that guy. Sorry, automatically, I didn't. If it deleted it, I'm sorry, Bob Dylan, Bob. But yeah, I just don't see it, man. He's not good. He's not gonna be good. Like, he's on a Suzuki, man. Like I said, I love Suzukis. I would ride a Suzuki. I may even ride one when I start riding again because everyone thinks I hate them, but I don't. I actually think they're good bikes. They're good priced, and we could probably have more of that in this industry to get more people riding. But it's not a top race bike. It's just not. So Sexton, and then Malcolm Stewart, I think, is going to hang in there. I'm looking for him to be battling for a podium or a win and do the typical Malcolm, which I hope I'm wrong and I hope he wins, but I'm looking for him to maybe stall, tip over, something silly. But I think he's going to end up 5th, which is a solid result coming off of, leading for quite a while. But you know who looked racy today is Adam Cincerillo. And you never know. Maybe that nerve in his arm isn't acting up today for some reason, and his hand's not going numb. How great would it be to see Adam Cincerillo get up there and get into a top finishing spot? So chase the choker. Austin, that's me. Chase the choker. But you're not wrong. Has there been anybody who's gift wrapped more wins than Chase? Damn. Yeah, hey, Peaceful Warrior, I like it. He did win last year at San Diego. It is a different stadium. It's different dirt. And in the Cliff Notes, I called it the same stadium, Qualcomm. It's actually not Qualcomm. Believe this, guys. Some knucklehead, I don't know, people just have money to burn, and I don't understand why you would flatten Qualcomm and then build almost the same stadium in the same spot. What? Okay, but they did, and it's in the same spot. Yeah, Snapdragon, $45 million. Did they not know there was already a stadium there, and they didn't have to blow it up and build another one? Was there did they have some sort of a problem with? Was it going to collapse? I don't know. sometimes I think some people just, I don't know. Let's see. How many riders will go over the bars on the on off tonight? Well, I don't know. Did you guys see? What did you guys think of in Race Day Live? Coach Rob was texting me. He was really annoyed that they explained false neutral to us. I was okay with it. I understand because a lot of people that don't necessarily ride, younger people, might not know what false neutral is. And when they see something like what happened to Malcolm, you wonder, what was it? I don't know. But I'm okay with them doing a little spiel and just explaining it. So, what do you guys think? Did you guys like that little segment? Let's see. Dan Nelson. Malcolm does what Blake Baggett used to do. Has the speed to win, the tools, but it gets in his head and he folds. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to argue that. I mean, he's right there. I'm telling you guys, I'm still mad. Last year at Daytona, he was the fastest guy. He was the fastest guy. And he got into it with Anderson. Just save your beef. Get even another day. I don't know what he was thinking. KJS Dent, what's up, bro? Jeff, you're right. Yeah, the more explaining we do, the more people will be tempted to join our sport. I like that better than the segment they did at the very end with Lurch. And I love Lurch, but pounding a monster, eating a hot dog, I guess that was okay too. But I don't know. The show seems to be pretty good this year. I did skip a little bit in the middle and went and watched some UFC prelims in between. So, yeah. Ken, which was stupid, the shift or the shift thing? Yeah, like I say, some of us, Benjamin, Stank Dog brought the beef in arena cross. He did. You gotta love Stank Dog. We need more personalities in the sport, and Stank is not faking it. He's genuinely that guy. He's a little off his rocker. Okay, guys, so let me hear your guys' top 5. Let me recap for some of you guys that jumped in a little late. In the 250 class, I got Jet. That's like the biggest no-brainer there is. I got Jet, Hampshire, Styles Robertson, Max Voland, and Cameron McAdoo. In the 450 class, I have Cooper Webb, Eli Tomac, Jason Anderson, Chase Sexton, and Malcolm Stewart. So Dan Nelson, yeah, Tomac, it's hard not to dude, literally, if I just said change mine and put Tomac Webb, Webb Tomac, it's almost like a push, but I'm not riding the fence, and I'm going to say Webb just because of the inside lines. And I have a sneaking hunch Webb's going to be good on the start, even though he sucked in that practice start with that off camber and the way he's able to pivot the bike. I just think we're going to see him get out front early, and he's got a fire. Let's see, Dan Nelson, Tomac, Webb, Sexton, Malcolm, Roxon. Dan, I got to disagree with you here. You don't even have Anderson in the top 5. How do you have Roxon ahead of Anderson? Come on, Dan. You're better than that. So, Jason Smith, what up, my brother? How we doing? I love it, Dan. That's awesome. Let's see. Do any of you guys think the Star Yamaha boys beat Enzo? Because that was a debate that Hopper was kind of trying to start on our show. Is Enzo better than Star guys? I don't think he is, but it's kind of hard to argue. And I mean, he qualified good. I mean, he was right up there. He's the real deal. Let's see. Enzo was fourth overall. So he actually out-qualified both Star bikes. Levi was right behind him. Then McAdoo. Dude, that's crazy that Enzo Lopes out-qualified Levi Kitchen on a Star, McAdoo on a Pro Circuit, and Styles on a Star, and Max Voland. My only question with Enzo is, like I said, I think he enjoys a little bit more of that the Brazilian barbecue. I'm not sure if I'm just not sure. I wish he worked a little harder. Do you guys watch that? Who's my number 7 in the 450 class? So I'm assuming you're referring to the Rocky Mountain. If I got to go with a number 7, I got to go with my guy Colt 45. I think he's the perfect fit for 7th. He's riding really smart. Colt Nichols is funny because Coach was all worried about him in that first session. He was like, hey, what's he going to do? What's he going to do? And I'm like, dude, he's fine. He's going out there. Colt is shaking off the rust. He literally missed all last season. He had one race, and Yeah, Ferrandis is a very good one too. That was the other one I looked at, Typhoid. I looked at him for 7th also. I could also see Plessinger, because Plessinger qualified way back, but he's better than that. And he'll figure it out. He could easily be around 7th too. But like I said, I didn't do the Rocky Mountain one this year, but I really like that fantasy. I probably should go do it. And I would put Colt 45 at 7th place. And you think Colt's going to get top 5? God, I would love that. That would be a great story. Max's Race Hub. Levi's been disappointing. I don't think that's fair. I don't think it's fair to say Levi's been disappointing. Levi has been out. He really was, like, he had one race last week. You can't really, that was disappointing. But it was kind of a weird track. But I think you're going to see, he won a moto in Colorado. So I think you're going to see Levi. I don't think it's disappointing. I think you're going to see, I think so. If he doesn't get some podiums here pretty soon, it'd be definitely disappointing. Jason, I'm flattered. Thanks you, my bro. Cooksey is my favorite media source. I appreciate it. And I'm not really a media source. I give a lot of opinions, but I do have some stuff. And I love the industry has gotten to where when they have something where they're afraid to put it out, who do they call? Cooksey. Hey, Cooksey will put it out there. He doesn't give a shit. He's already banned. So, yeah, no problem. Let's see. Somebody's swearing again, so I got to click it. Ken, let's see. See what Ken had to say. Hit the like button, FKZ, fuckers. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, you definitely do that, guys. So I would appreciate that. Left wing mode. Yeah, hey, there we go. Wingnut. Listen, what I'm going to tell you, Typhoid, is if you come here, I'm going to tell you my opinion. Am I right all the time? Sometimes. Sometimes I'm right. Sometimes I'm wrong. But I'm going to give you what I think. And when I'm wrong, I'll come back and let you go. Oh, Muppet, you're cracking me up. Dude, okay, so you listen to that story. Let's get ready to rumble. And I got to put on pause, guys. My daughter is getting pizza, and she's up in a room playing video games, and the guy's knocking on the door. So I got to get this real quick. Give me 1 second. Just take it. Thank you. Have a good night. Man, that sucks. I'm sorry, guys. Do you guys have teenagers? If you do, it's frustrating. My 14-year-old, literally, I told her I left the money by the door. I said, the pizza man's coming. I'm doing a podcast. Can you get down here and tip the pizza man? Oh, boy. Sorry, guys. Yeah, Slayer, I had to just get him to walk off. Like, that's the thing. The pizza man shows up. I got to get my food, so got to power up before. I wish the AMA would bring back the 500 two-stroke outdoor national championship. Peaceful Warrior. That's a great question. I've actually had that debate. I probably shouldn't hold off on the pizza. I'm going to go make her do dog poop or something now that she did that. But that's a great question about that. I'm glad that my 14-year-old is not the only one that doesn't leave their room for anything. Oh, my gosh. So, the 500cc two-strokes, the reason they killed this class is it was too fast. They said their bikes were unrideable. Meanwhile, we're riding 450s that have more power now. So, yeah, I would love to see something different, something cool to bring back. So, let's see. Jet's not doing 450s at all. That's what they said. And I don't believe that's actually true, Dan. I think that he's going to do a few, but I think he doesn't want to get sidetracked and be let down. Zach Schlater, Cookie Mob. And I'm not a liberal, Zach. I remember. How long until the first heat? 2 hours and 10 minutes. So, all right, guys. Yeah, I missed the big boars too. So, guys, I got pizza waiting. We got my top 5. Any questions before I bounce on out of here? Jason Smith, cheers. So, hey, thank you guys. I'm going to start trying to do one of these every week. I'm going to try and go to Anaheim next week. He said he's not doing the 450 because, yeah, Muppet, he did say that. He said that, but I think if he gets a good point lead, I think he's going to run 1 or 2. And I've had some off the record conversations with Lucas Myrtle. I think it's just smoke and mirrors. And if he gets a good point lead, I think you're going to see him do 1 or 2. I don't think Levi will end up like LeBlanc. Levi is too good. He's too talented. I mean, he's just awesome. So, but guys, all right, I'll give it a couple more seconds. If I don't see any questions come through, I'm going to eat my pizza. So I don't know what happened to LeBlanc. It's just too many people shooting for too little spots. And the problem is once you get a star Yamaha ride, they know it's the best ride. And if you couldn't win on that or succeed on that, you never get another shot. That's why it's almost better to be on one of these other brands. So like I say, if I was a kid coming up, I probably wouldn't. I don't even know if I'd want to go with a star right off the bat. So Muppet, let's get ready to rumble. Oh man, I couldn't believe it. And I walk off and I was already kind of embarrassed when my dad said that. And he tells me, really? Let's get ready to rumble. So, all right, guys, let's get ready to rumble. Pepperoni pizza.